It was a beautiful time back in 2001 when McDonald's Happy Meals came with a free Lego Bionicle. These legendary toys are just iconic. So let's talk about all of them in today's video. We'll showcase all the features, the clever designs, as well as the wild combo models that you could make when you combine them together. Let's do it. These Mctorin, which the Bionicle community affectionately refers to as the Mctorin, aren't they just delightful? The bright colours, the exciting recolored masks, the teeny tiny designs. They're so darling. Each one features a throwing disc, which is adorned with the mask of their Toa protector. The disc could actually be stored on the back of each Mctorin, which, by the way, I didn't know this was a thing for years. Turns out these 3 lines on the back of the disc, well, you can link them up to this section on the head. How clever. The discs can also be loaded up into each Mctorin's hand, and with a simple swing, the disc can be launched forward in a rather satisfying and powerful manner. The only real, downside to these Mctorin is the fact that they're a little static. Yes, you can get a little bit of movement out of the arms and the legs, but not a whole lot. It's limited. But when I played with these as a kid, that never really bothered me. I still found them easy enough to play with, despite the poseability limitations. So who have we got? Just who are these characters? Well, there's Maku. Maku is helpful, brave, and adventurous, although her desire for adventure often leads her to disobeying the rules and sneaking out of the village. We got the Fire Mctorin Jala, who was my favourite as a kid. Jala led the Tarkoro Guard, and he did so for nearly 1,000 years of wartime. And as such, he was a very dedicated and dutiful person. Kongu, with his stunning teal mask, well, he's a skilled weaver and map maker, as well as a disc-throwing champion. Onepu, he's another one with very pretty colours. Old purple, it just hits different. So good. Onepu is extremely hard-working and brave, but he is slightly lacking in modesty. Now for the legendary Mtoro, one of very few Bionicle sets to grace us with sand blue pieces. Oh, I do love sand blue. Mtoro was quiet and kept to himself mostly, but that's because of all the secrets that he knew. However, he was also very protective of his friends and wanted to help others. He's a good guy. And finally, Huki. The one Mctorin that always got away from me. Every single time I went into a McDonald's store, none of them had Huki. I never got him as a kid, I finally have him now as an adult. Huki is known for his athletic prowess, as well as his very keen senses. It really was a joy to collect all of them, today and as a kid. And then to also get a McDonald's Happy Meal with this toy, that was legendary. Nothing beats chomping down on some chicken McNuggies while playing with your brand new Bionicle toy. It was also so satisfying to pair these with their Toa counterparts. Actually, it was nice to collect every single character within the same kind of shade of colours. You got your villager, you've got your village protector, and then you got your enemies for them to face. You slowly built out this entire civilization and world, and it's all by just collecting a few different sets. That's wonderful, isn't it? So each Mctorin came within a poly bag. They were numbered 1 to 6, and inside each of these poly bags, you also got this really funky little leaflet or poster. On one side it showcased the Mctorin that you got in your poly bag, next to their Toa. The other side you got, instructions, some cool images that showcase the different lore and story within Bionicle. And you also got a bit of a glimpse at some of the combo models that you could make. Pretty sweet. We will take a look at those just a little bit later on. For now, I want to focus on one more thing. As a kid, I remember spending ages taking apart these Mctorin and building my own ones. It was so fun to mess around with different color combos, seeing what colors worked best with others. It was really enjoyable. It's interesting, despite the very, very limited amount of pieces that you get in this set, it was still so easy to customize your own characters, and it was wildly fun to do so. I feel like it's actually pretty easy these days to make fun of modern LEGO sets, because sometimes they can be a little simple. especially the ones that are meant for kids. But you know, these were meant for kids and I was right within the age bracket of the target audience. And despite their simplicity, I had tons of fun. Yeah, perhaps we treat modern LEGO sets for kids a little too harshly. Just because they're simple doesn't mean you can't have hours and hours of fun. And hours of creative fun where you build your own stuff. The creative possibilities in these toys is incredible. Alright, these combo models. By taking 3 of the Mctorin and combining them together, you can make both of these characters. The designs are identical, you just swap out the colors and the exclusive pieces, whatever. Yes, these do look a little strange, but I also kinda like them. I really enjoy how the torsos are kind of bridged together to build a bigger design. A design that has 4 arms as well. The legs are so goofy, aren't they? But I don't know, I like these. Goofy designs were just part of the DNA of early Bionicle. The weirdness doesn't bother me too much, but I really like Mctorin Nui. To make this, you combine every single Mctorin together into one. Again, this is weird, but it's also rather charming. The designers really made the most out of these pieces, finding all sorts of creative ways to build up a bigger design and make something that feels imposing and cool. Although these feet stacked up like this, when you really think about it, that's weird. But you make up for that weirdness with the fact that he has 3 arms. And of course, you can load multiple discs into these arms. So now he can fire multiple discs at once. Sweet. Mctorin Nui is strange, but cool. It's also just impressive how this weird array of colors somehow works. It doesn't feel too messy or too wild. It is remarkable how much creativity is packed into these toys. And it's great that back in the day, LEGO said, hey, every toy we make has to be able to combine together. They kind of stopped doing that after a certain period of time, and I miss that. Speaking of taking things apart and using the pieces, are the pieces in these sets any good? Let's find out. We'll start off with these arms. Kraken Bonks has turned these pieces into a larger beak on a bird. And you know what, that just works. How cute and how clever. The headpiece that rests underneath these masks, well, that's an excellent piece. And Max Howell shows us just how excellent it is. Here it's being used for thighs, it's being used to bridge the torso into the arms, and there's one on the head. Yes, it's in a different color, but still, you could use this in the exact same way. Very nice. I'm just going to focus on one mask from all these different sets, and it's the Huna. This mask is cool, it's got that gap on the top, and yeah, if you flip it on the side, much like Green Axles has done, well, you can stem out of that gap and build your own custom eye. Not bad. It's a pretty good custom head. So the feet. They work well as a smaller foot design on a smaller character, but would they work well on a larger build? Felix the cat shows us that yes they do. It's also nice to see Kongu's teal mask used as thighs. Beautiful. Over to those throwing discs. Sir Iggs has used a different coloured throwing disc, well, 2 of them, and they make this really interesting eye design, kind of like a bit of a visor. This would look just as good in black, wouldn't it? The final element, the torso. Stub the Bionic Man has taken this and turned it into a much larger torso design. Yeah, taking this piece and really building off of it, turning it into something bigger and better. Yeah, I like that. Perhaps you could do the same thing. So yeah, the pieces in this set, pretty good. But I want to take one last look at the Mctorin. It is a shame that they don't pose a little bit more. Well, a builder called Humas, they've made a new Mctorin design that is much more poseable and so much more expressive. I mean, just look at it. All the different poses and positions that these Mctorin are in, they feel so much more lifelike, so much more real. How good is that? Just a few simple changes and it adds so much. If you want to build something like this, simply follow these instructions and you can. But big shout out to Wombat Combat Productions. Humas was saying that he was very inspired by something that he made. And so, hey, both of these builders did a great job. The end result of multiple people's work, it's pretty sweet. So, that's the Mctorin. Charming and brilliant sets, aren't they? Check the links below if you want to see more from these builders. Otherwise, thanks for watching, happy building, and bye for now. I love a good cheeky Macca's run.